Hi all, in continuation to the previous video where I spoke about the core values of Agile, we'll now try to learn what the principles on which Agile is built. These principles are like a Bible for the Scrum Master. Learn, understand and implement these concepts in the Agile teams to get the best out of them. We got 12 principles to discuss from the manifesto. Let's start. Number 1. Satisfy customers through early and continuous delivery. In Agile, customer is the highest priority and hence this is our first principle. What Agile says is you get the maximum return on interest when you start delivering the pieces of work to the customer as early as possible. That is the MVP. Identifying the MVP is really critical. This way you get an early feedback which reduces the rework and also gains the confidence of the customer. How do we do this? Have shorter iteration cycles and have a prioritized backlog always. The second one being to welcome changing requirements even late in the development. As the saying goes, the only constant thing in this world is change, and it's utmost important that the Agile teams keep an eye on the customer's needs, changing markets and the competitors. Agile teams need to accept changes, unlike moving forward without the change requests like in traditional process of development, where the agreement between the customer and the teams is not revisited till the entire development is completed. In Agile, the agreement is often revisited and readjusted based on the new change requests or based on the feedback which is received. The third one being deliver value frequently. Now what does this mean? Agile suggests rather than we doing the entire thing, we develop smaller components and deliver fast. This way you get more options to validate the product deliverable. How do we do this? Agile teams deliver work in sprints or iterations and fit the components which can be delivered within the sprint timelines, which is generally 2 to 4 weeks. It means teams deliver continuously in shorter time frame. Customer gets to see a new version of the software. You can get a feedback instantly. Number 4. Business and developers are a team. Another saying which I read supporting this statement is, it takes a village to raise a child. In the same way, we need everyone who is working on the software work like a team. It's important for development teams to have an insight from the business team, technical teams at every step to be successful. Regular communication and collaboration between business and developers helps the alignment. Facilitating daily meetings where there is a representation from the product teams helps a lot. Number 5. Build projects around motivated individuals. Now what does this mean? Let's try to understand. Give the teams the support they need and the environment they need and trust them to get the job done. Form the teams with right people and skill sets to get the job done. Agile teams are supposed to be matured and responsible to bring out a quality software. To do this, they need to be empowered to make themselves self-organizing or self-managing teams. It does need a certain amount of trust. Organizations should trust the team so that they feel enabled. How do we do this? By keeping the information and the communication transparent. It's important that product owner shares the big picture of the requirement rather than just working with the user stories. Let the engineering teams decide how they want to do this and how they should be getting it done. It's as simple as it is. And the sixth one being, the most effective way of communication is a face-to-face communication. We are now no more all sitting in one place and doing the stuff. Teams are distributed and it's a virtual world. So this statement is little difficult to explain in today's scenario. But the essence of the principle is that one should have direct communication. Teams should come out of Slack, chat, Zoom and email communication. It's always important that direct communication is more beneficial because the wait time is also very less. So have daily calls, planning meetings, have demos, suggest pair programming. All this would help to have communication better in the team. The seventh one being, working software is the primary measure of progress. The seventh principle is pretty straightforward. Customer is happy when the software is available and is working, no matter how much more or less or effort has been spent on it. Customer doesn't care, he doesn't mind. Delivering software is the ultimate goal. Identifying the MVP is critical. Test frequently, fail fast, deliver often. This is the fundamental. Customers are not happy with the meetings explaining what we did, or nor with the exhaustive documentation if provided as an alternative. Show them the software, get a feedback, plan and adjust the next course of action. The eighth one being, maintain a consistent development pace. Now, what does this mean? Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace. Let's talk a bit more on this. It's important that teams are shielded from the demanding and rapid release schedules, meaning teams should be mindful and setting up a realistic expectation. Else, it could cause a stress in the team and eventually the delivery. It's not that agile teams do not have a pressure with respect to timelines, change requests, budgets, when it comes to resourcing. They do have, but agile teams have a high demanding development period and then a cool off period. It's planned such a way. If the organizations are stressing the resources to their limit every release, they really will not be able to maintain a pace. Have the new feature developed, then maybe a bug fix release which helps in stabilizing the product rather than going on giving new features to the customers continuously. So it's important that all sponsors, developers and users plan to maintain a pace. So every sprint, teams should carefully commit to what can be delivered. Everyone is in an agreement. Project managers should act as gatekeepers and do not allow unplanned work. The ninth one being attention to technical excellence. Now we said agile teams plan short cycles, deliver frequently. But agile teams also make these deliverables clean with a quality, meaning a quality check on the code base as well, which is generally a least important thing for the business as it generally doesn't create the income directly. But if this is ignored, as in if the technical excellency is not considered over a period, the product would start to deteriorate in terms of quality, keeping up to the speed and the time to the market. So how it's done? Have and maintain tech debts, have them on the backlog, bring them in as the planned work, understand the concept of refactoring as a continuous process throughout the development process and make this a practice. Coming to the 10th principle, keep it simple. It says keep it simple. It is the art of maximizing the amount of work not done. Yes, you heard it right. I said the amount of work not done. We have always heard of increasing the work done, but what is this? Well, it's an art one should truly master in the agile journey. It means the product and the development teams should understand and identify the work which does not add any value. The more the bucket of the work not done increases, the closer teams get to the truly valuable feature that delivers the highest business value. I read a line explaining this statement. It's like revealing the inner beauty of an artifact each time you polish its surface to remove the dirt. So it is truly an art. 11. Self-organizing teams generate best results. Agile suggests to have self-managing teams where decisions are made as a group in the team rather than a manager making a decision. In this process, it's important that organizations trust the teams and empower them to make the value-added decision. Teams can choose how and when to do and discuss the pros and cons. The 12th one, build, measure, adjust and repeat. In Agile, we do not say, no, it's difficult to change as it's already done in a particular way. Agile is all about adjusting the plan to the changes. It is all about continuous improvement. You explore the processes and tailor the processes as per the organization's need to get the best results. Having regular retrospectives is a great way to get a feedback and incorporate. As the principle goes, inspect and adapt. So organizations need to experiment with the processes and adjust them as per their need. Please bear in mind, Agile is not a methodology or a set of rules. It is a mindset which is built on 4 values and 12 principles. Hope you got some idea about the 12 principles. So build teams around these. Thanks for listening.